don't give a fuck what happened to her. I'm ready to get her fucking ass up out of here. Because the bitch won't
No,
shut
you
the
have
fuck
a
up.
problem.
Put your fuck up. You get your fuck up. Get your dumb ass out.
I stab your fucking ass.
Go ahead, bitch. Go ahead. I got a gun, bitch. I'll shoot your ass.
Show me that. And he want to bring up some whole little girl that got nothing to do with him. Come at me acting like I got an attitude. Talk about somebody else's child. That don't got nothing to do with me.
Like I said, we're parents. We are very passionate when it comes to anything. I'm very passionate when it comes to her and what she's doing, stuff like that. So, and I get very upset with her too sometimes. And she'll tell you, I've gone up on her a couple of times, but I do go back to her and I apologize. But you know, I'm so angry at that time because I don't want her to make any of the bad mistakes that I made. I don't want her to live like I had to live. Like sometimes I have to live paycheck to paycheck. I don't want her to do that. You can't let what your father says discourage you from doing what you need to do. You know, even when I'm talking to him, I said, you can say whatever you want to say because I know my heart and he knows. That's the only person that matters. It doesn't matter what he thinks. This is the only person that matters. That's it.
I know I'm not. That's why I was moving on my own accord. I was not having no problems. I was silent. I would speak to you and stuff like that. But I stayed to myself. Mm-hmm. After he disrespected me, I had no words to say to him. I didn't say nothing because at the end of the day, if you're telling me f you, you gonna go back to being homeless. After I just told you that I experienced a sexual assault in the street, and you saying all this to me, and you saying you don't care where I go, and I could go jump off an edge somewhere, and that's like telling somebody to go kill themselves, and you tell me to go jump off somewhere, then you punch me, you hit me in my arm, and I'm telling you that, and you still not apologizing, but you apologize for one certain thing. It's not about you calling me out my name. It's the consistency of constantly disrespecting me. I've heard him disrespect other people, and other females, my own sister, call him out their names. This is years of this. This is constant where the verbal abuse and trying to intimidate somebody and punch on something, and that automatically shuts us up because we were kids. I'm not no kid no more. I'm not about to have somebody punch on things and think that's going to scare me. He's mad at the fact I'm not intimidated. I'm not scared by his composure, and I'm not scared of nobody. Well, I need to fear somebody threatening, talking about a gun. And talking about, what you want to do, and I said, if you come at me, I'm gonna stab you. I don't care. There's nothing about it. There's no feelings attached to it. I don't feel no connection with him. That's not my father. My father's up in heaven. My father would never bring no harm to me. At the end of the day, God has his reason why he brought me here, and there's certain individuals that can help me. You have been helping me, and that's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. He could have brought me here because you were helping me. God's not going to put me in a situation where somebody's trying to disrespect me and tear me down and act like I'm nothing and keep repeating to my head that I'm nothing and nobody going to ever care about my feelings and that he don't care about my feelings. I can understand being upset when your child makes a decision and you want the best for them, and you like you said, you're passionate about your daughter, and if she does something, you may be upset at the moment, but you come back to her and apologize. He never once apologized when he does something wrong. He will disrespect you and buck up at you like you're a dude off the street, and his excuse is, I'm disrespecting him. I never called him out his name. This is the first time I ever said he was a punk. I said that you're not man enough to even talk to me and apologize when you're wrong, but you want to make this scene and make this audience in front of you so it could come off like you trying to be a man and apologize. No, where was this conversation in private? As much as he wanted to be in private to talk about someone else's daughter and talk to me and come at me and punch on things. Where's this privacy?
Yeah.
Why didn't we go back in the car to talk?
I know who he is. I know how he does and what he does. Trust me, I know. I tell him this all the time, even when it comes to like jobs. I'm like, your stance is intimidating. You can't do that to people. Like other people, like it's intimidating to them. It's not intimidating to me. It's not intimidating to you. But I know who he is. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Again, like I said, don't let yourself get upset about because you know who you are, you know what you're doing, and you know who's gonna hold you accountable, and it's not him. So just do what you need to do. That's it.
I'm focused on that.
And like I said, as long as I'm here, you have a place to stay. It doesn't matter what he says.
I know.
I'm here. She has.
I know he has no. At the end of the day, he has no authority. At the end of the day, I already knew it. I have my own personal conversation with God. God already lets me know what's about to happen, what's about to go on, and especially when things about to escalate. I already knew about he was going to go run to the room and try to talk about getting a gun. I already knew that. The reason I brought up a knife was because he was walking up behind you, talking about, so what's up then? What's up then? Why wouldn't I go grab a knife? And you're like more than 200 pounds bigger than me. Come on now. That makes no sense. And you talking about getting a gun. What you need a gun for to go kill somebody? And then I'm talking about defending myself.
Yeah.
Get out of here. He walked all the way up the stairs and he called my sister on purpose so it could start drama again. And he know me and my sister don't talk like that. It had nothing to do with that. I'm talking about past incidents. And why would my sister go ahead and admit that he disrespected us when we was young? Why would he, so he could cause issues and so he could go off and curse her out on the phone? She don't want no drama. So no, she's not going to do that. But regardless, I'm focused on God. I just wasn't expecting when I was going downstairs to do that it was even going to be a conversation.
I didn't think that was going to happen either. I didn't know why he got so upset.
Like I said, he got his point of view off, and he claimed that I cut him off, and I'm always disrespecting him. But it shows in the actions. I literally stood there silent, and he talked for a whole 30 minutes or however long on a rant. And then when I finally started speaking, oh, shut the F up, shut the F up, started going off. Why are you trying to shut me up for just speaking, and you claiming I'm making up lies? Why are you so mad about it? No one's going to ever live around someone like that. There's only a certain amount of abuse someone could tolerate. There's only so much someone can tolerate. Nobody's going to stay for life, even your children. How do you feel comfortable laying down at night knowing that you're breaking relationships with your own blood? And that at a certain point in life where you may need them, because God's going to come at you. You're going to get hit with sickness and anything that can happen to you because of the way you treated your own kids or your own people and the people, even strangers. And when you're in time of need, guess what? When you look around and you on your deathbed and you don't see a damn kids around you, you got to ask yourself, wow. The people that wanted you around, I used to want to be over here. I used to want to be around my father. Mm-hmm. I used to ask my mother why, and I used to be pissed off at my mother because I wanted to be around him. Now I see exactly what she's talking about.
I would tell him, I never told him that you guys couldn't come here. Even when they were little. They would ask too.
He told me that he had no authority to allow us here. Even when I told him that I wanted to leave from the house because the abuse that was going on in the home. That was before I even left to go to Texas. His excuse is, he wanted to he wanted to help and I just ran off. No, I didn't. I asked and I conversated with him.
Why didn't you come?
I don't think at that time I even had your number. I think I just had.
Your mom had my number.
No, I never had your. I don't think I had your number at the time, and I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah. I took his word when he said that he wasn't allowed to bring me over, so I automatically was like, all right, well.
I seem like the person would be like, oh no, she can't come out. No, I would never say that. I have two girls here myself.
Well, honestly, I didn't even know because due to the fact of y'all live with each other, so I assumed when he said that, oh, he don't got that authority, he can't because this is not even a place. This is not even my car. That's what he said to me.
I never told him that. No kids can come here. Never, ever told him that.
And he claimed that police, that he didn't know that I wasn't speaking to him. He sent me a message if I didn't respond back. Yeah, he said that he was going to shut the phone off. But then he told me that the reason why he shut the phone off because he felt like someone had my phone. But then police said to him, oh, why would you shut off her phone? She's homeless. He said, oh, I need to make sure that's her. He asked them to show proof that it was me and a video or a picture of my face or whatever. And I sent it. And then he said that they showed it to him that it was me that was on my phone, that it was me using the phone. And even still, he still decided to go and tell you to shut the phone off and suspend it. He said he needed proof to make sure that nobody had my phone. You gotten the proof. So why would you still shut it off? And the police even asked him, why would you want to shut it off if she's homeless out on the street or she's homeless?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. He told me I wouldn't do it. I'm like,
he did it on purpose because he was mad at the fact that I wasn't speaking with nobody. It had no beef with nobody. But I knew that there would be drama if I kept on in contact with them. I was on my own spiritual journey and I was on my own route with God. That was it. It was nothing about nobody, but he keeps making it about him. I had no problem with him. I don't. That's the only problem with how he keeps disrespecting somebody and then bucking up at me like I'm a random man on the street. He did that all my life. I watched him punch someone window in, his own ex-girlfriend window in, punching in and bleeding. And he rushed. I was 10 years old, rushing in the car, talking about it was my graduation birthday gift. He was supposed to take us out, and we were too late to go to Later Make Believe. He going down the street, and he see her car, and he get mad. He park it, and then he asks her why her car there. Then he arguing with her outside the glass, and he punched the glass. That's the type of aggression and how violent he is with anybody. So it's not, I'm assuming he can get physical and violent with a whole nother woman. No, I believe that because the fact that I see him do that with his own, he had no problem with his kids around. No problem with getting us taken away or him getting locked up because he was so fine with being violent with people. He's always been that way. He never showed up for me. He never seen me graduate. He never seen no birthday. He didn't even know how old I was. He didn't know how old I was.
I mean, I don't know about other people, and I'm sure Cal Gallagher, he never done that with me. Being physical with me, that's not gonna happen. Because I'm not scared of him. I told him all the time, I'm like, I'm not scared of you. And he'll get in my face, and I stand right there like, I'm not scared of you. So he's never done that to me, but I understand what you're saying. I feel bad. Like, my heart hurts because I know that you're hurting right now, and I don't like that for you. And like I said, as long as I'm here, you have some place to stay. I'm not going away. I've been here for 15 years. I'm not going anywhere. You're okay. You're good with me. You're fine. That relationship is going to have to work itself out so much. You've been praying about it. It's going to work. Whatever's supposed to happen will happen. And I do believe that.
I did pray. I prayed for a long time. I prayed that God would touch certain families' heart and they would do better and they would treat people better. That's what I prayed about. That's why I did. And it did not happen. And that's okay. It will probably one day. It may not. I'm fine with that.
You're fine. You just pay for your class. So you do your class. Then let me know what happens. Just get a receipt for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You send it to me, so I'll make sure you check. But pay for your class. Okay?
I don't want no communications. I don't need the
But you can pay for your
phone.
Right?
I don't need the phone.
Your class. Your class is online, correct?
Yeah, but I'm saying in regards to phone, anything, I'm just trying to work, and I'm just leaving. I already made that mental plan in my head that since after that incident and how he kept on getting aggressive, I already knew, and God was speaking to me about certain things that was going to happen. I already knew. So I'm fine with working, doing my class, and then the second I get enough, I'm just leaving. I just don't want.
I feel like you have to leave because you don't. Like I said, as long as I have someplace and I'm gonna be here, and you have a place as well.
It's not.
And I understand what you're saying. I know.
But who wants to be in a place where someone is trying, that has a problem, and is trying to threaten and intimidate, and he's trying to rally up family members and tell them one side, and then the state that I'm in, and that I'm trying to get myself up, but he's trying to gather up people to have a problem with. When it was just me and God, there was no drama. Then all of a sudden, when drama comes, even so, it was just me and God.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You know your plan. You know what your heart is. And so is he. So all the other noise, you have to shut out the outside noise.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. But I'm just saying, when you're in an atmosphere of someone that's acting like that, it's just like, I'm over it. And then claiming I'm whining about something. It's not. It's just the fact that I'm speaking out about the stuff that's going on. That's it. I never go off about nothing. I just mind my business. I don't even raise my voice level and get loud with nobody. I stay to myself. I've always been that way. I've always been to myself, and I'll speak to people and I'll laugh and joke or whatever, but I'll stay to myself. I don't do that. So when there's drama and there's to a point where it could get violent and physical, it's just what for? But time is so-called short and family is so-called important, but you're fine with bringing out a gun for somebody that is only saying about a knife because the fact you're walking up to me. Come on now. I'm not worried about none of that. I'm not. Like, I'm tired of people thinking that I'm just because of the height, the age, or the difference that I'm so-called scared. No, I'm not. I'm the slightest bit not. I ain't grow up in no soft area. I ain't grow up. I went and dealt with my own struggle out in the street. I know how to handle myself, and I know how to seek God for guidance. But he mad because I pray and I read, and he talk about, I so-called know everything. You want to act like you effing know everything. No, I don't. That's why I seek God. He tells me when I'm wrong and when I'm correct about something. He tells me and informs me. He tells me to fix certain things I do so I don't do it again. He's the one that corrects me all the time. So if I knew everything, I would act like it. I don't. I just mind my business. That's his own insecurity. I don't want nothing to do with him, and I'm trying my hardest not to have hate in my heart, because I'm not about to allow somebody to cause some form of unforgiveness in my heart, because that would stop me from getting where I need to be. He didn't want me to go to New York. The second he heard I was not trying to stay for too long here, he started going off at me, started yelling at the top of his lungs, hitting on stuff.
Don't rush.
I was not trying to rush. It was just the fact it was drama starting to happen, and then I started feeling uncomfortable with staying. That's why I started thinking of ways to rush and leave.
No, it's me. I'm here because I'm here. That's not your only sole resource. He's not your sole resource.
He never been my resource.
So
God has.
Ask me for what you need. You let me know.
Yeah, I have been asking, but I'm saying I don't ask him. He has never helped me.
You're fine. You don't have to worry about no eggshells. You don't do any of that stuff. Because that's not warranted. That's not the type of household that, I have. I don't do that. Like I tell her the same thing. She stay up in her room all the time. She'll come down once in a while, once in a blue. But she's like, when you by yourself, she'll come down and come back with myself. But I don't want you to feel like that. I want you to feel like you can walk around and do whatever you need to do with ease.
I literally have to be driven by him.
Ease. I'm gonna figure something out when it comes to that. I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. Even if I gotta take half a day or something like that, some hours, I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Because I don't want you to, when you do, I want you to be in the best mood that you can be in, because you're supposed to be.
Never letting no demon, no devil to take away my energy and ruin my. I could tell when someone's really sent from God and they really trying to help me. I've experienced it on the street. When people was really sent by God and they actually helped me. They ain't tear me down. They ain't curse me out and call me out my name, and they ain't try to buck up at me. That ain't nothing but the devil. Even the devil could walk up in a church and pretend he an angel of light. I don't care. The devil knows scripture. The devil knows word for word. He knows it better than me. You have spiritual discernment. You could tell the difference between an angel, a person that's actually got a good heart, versus someone that's trying to pretend to be. But then the true color show, true spirit show. I don't care.
I'm gonna help.
Evil.
I'm gonna help you. I'll figure out something for the 17th, right?
It's
Monday.
for fingerprints.
That's Monday.
Yeah.
I'll figure something out. But pay me class. Text me whatever if you want me. Need something. I'll be back. But pay for your class. Go ahead and do that so that you don't miss the slide. Whatever it is, okay?
Thank you.
So if you need something, I'll be back.
I'm gonna go straight to the source, motherfucker. I'm gonna go to the source of this motherfucker. Whether you like it or fuck it not. Fuck that again. You gotta always can't trust those shiesty ass people like that.
Oh, it worked?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So I think it says source.